Good morning, everybody. I'm Stippling Vaughn, and I am at my usual spot in my local dive bar. And we've got a new piece we're working on. This is for the art contest for the Tighten the Mouse campaign. This is the one that I ended up going with. There was two that I could go with. There was this one and another one of the main ones that people were voting on. I ended up going with this one. Main reason why I went with this one is just because, quite honestly, even though it may seem like it's going to be more labor intensive, I felt this one's going to be more impactful as a pin-up page as opposed to the other one that people were going with, which seemed like just another like a rip-off of one of the covers he's already done. And I don't like doing that. I don't like doing rip-offs. So I went with this one. And the way I'm doing it is the Mad Scientist and the Jedi Mouse. I've stippled the hell out of them. You can see there's a screen of dots on them. This is going to push them, so even when I have them fully rendered, there's going to be no stark whites. It's all going to be. There's going to be it's going to be always. It's going to be completely pushed back. Even with the mouse's eyes, I'm going to hit that with a series of dots, so it gets pushed back. And then the Iron Mouse and the Bat Mouse, they're going to have stark black and white in them. So even though I'm going to stipple the hell out of them, also pardon my language. I say pardon my language because Gary has made it clear that this is an all ages book. So he wants all these images for fan pieces keep it safe, keep it clean. If you get into the book, or if you're going to be utilized as a trading card or a bookmark, he wants the image clean so that way a kid can see it and the kid won't be introduced to inappropriate material, and the parents won't be offended. So that's as a result. So what it's going to be is like the mouse. I'm going to stipple him, but yet he's going to have stark white in some areas. The background, this bar that goes up and diagonally across the page, that's going to be white also, which is going to help frame up and highlight these characters. Is an active campaign. It's active. It's not in demand yet. He has successfully crowdfunded volumes 1 and 2. As one of the perks for Tier 3, you can get books 1, 2, and 3. Because he's had successful campaigns already, you already know that this is going to be a book that will be fulfilled. I know that with some people, I'm one of them too, is there are times when if it's a new campaign, you're leery and you're cautious about whether to back it or not, especially if it's not a mainstream. And unfortunately, because there have been so many mainstream artists that have done crowdfunding and didn't fulfill in their books, it makes you leery. So having him that he's already done books 1 and 2, and they're fully funded and they've been fulfilled, it gives you peace of mind of knowing that this book will be fulfilled once it's been completed. So I would definitely advise you guys to check it out. It's available on Indiegogo. I will make certain I include the link so that way you guys have the ability to go and view the campaign. So, like I said, this is just going to be I'm just hitting areas with dark right now to mold it up. And you can see right now how I've done him. So like right now, all the wrinkles in his forehead, down here in the neck muscle, and that's going to actually get hit a whole lot more. Like this is going to be hit a lot more darker. So you can really see the muscle definition. And I'll then go in and I'll hit the rest of them to give them more definition. I'm just hitting around the nose, the bridge here. One area is, one of the things that helps out a lot is when you're doing a piece like this with stippling and doing a large area, is if you've done, like I've done quite a few portraits, and so you become accustomed to, when you're doing a portrait in the stipple style, is to do it the way I'm doing it right now, where you hit the entire thing, almost the entire thing, with a series of dots, except for certain areas where you're definitely going to have a highlight. That way, as you're going along, you already know where your extreme highlights are and other areas where you would think it would be a highlight. It's not. You want to push it back. So hitting it with a series of dots right off the bat helps out a lot. And it's kind of a lot like, think of it as it's like an underpainting. So that way you can get an idea of doing it. And just after you've put in, and like right now, I'm still kind of just going in and doing an underpainting in many ways. So that way when you hit it with even more extreme darks, the image starts to really take form and gets molded. So to do this, what I'm doing is like I'm hitting this area, this outer area, so it's going to be right up against the black. So like here, I've hit the black area here. Okay, I'll just show you right now. We're hitting it with the blacks, large fat dots, and then what I'll do is go in here. We're going to hit this area with a lot of small dots, and then as you're hitting it with the small dots, it just forms a dark, and then it blends into the background. So that way, when you're done, if you feel that you need him to be like bleeding out of the black darkness, you just have to hit like this area even more than you had before. So here's a good example. So I don't want this to be hit as an extreme highlight. So if I didn't hit these with a nice sheen of dots, it could possibly really stand out. So you just keep hitting it. So, and this campaign has been having a lot of movement. A lot of people have been sharing it, and so I would ask you to share it also. Last week it was at $2,774. Last I checked last night, I think it was at $3,500. So it is moving on up. So jump on board now. And there he's got this campaign, which is volume 3. I think he's got a color campaign for volume 2 active right now. Back whichever one you want. I think he has got some very nice line work in what he's presented so far from the third campaign for volume 3 of the book in the series. If you look at 2 for volume 2, some very nice line work. So I would advise you to at least check out the campaign. If you decide not to, hey. But the more people that have the ability to see this campaign, and more people are given the opportunity, the greater chance of success. On that also, I would advise you, Kami Mark has his book, The Krishna Kid. and it is being shadow banned on Indiegogo. That campaign really needs a lot of help. It has been funded, but it should be doing much better. I would advise everybody to at least take a look at it, check it out. If you can, back it. If not, at the very least, please, once you have seen it, share it on social media. This book, when it comes out, it truly is going to be a fan movement to get this book in front of everybody, and it's definitely going to be a fan book because Indiegogo is not doing anything to promote it. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow, and you guys can see more of the progress from this. I will inform you that I'm not going to be working on this too long today. I've got other things I need to do. So we got to travel up to a different county today. But I just wanted you guys to see this. And remember, life is stressful. That's why you just take it all one dot at a time.